coming out of the executive session, I received a resignation request from Carol Sloper, and effective date is April 30th, but we're going to work on a part-time agreement with Carol to stay on and help with some grants and so forth and so on. So,
okay.
Thank you, Carol, for all your help.
Well, and I feel a bit guilty. It's a great opportunity for me on this next step of my career, but I do appreciate the county's commitment to improving Cheyenne County through grants, and I want to stay involved as much as I can.
Good, we appreciate that.
And then Ryan, since part of my job was at emergency management, he has asked if you would approve him to run an ad for part-time help for 2 weeks.
Yes.
So is there a motion for him to do that?
Motion.
I
think so.
Okay. Well,
I so move. Second.
all those in favor? Aye.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carol, for all your help.
Thank you.
Okay, Robert,
How are you guys?
we're good this morning. Thank you.
Good. I see you're busy, so I'll make this fast. Basically, okay, so I'm going to go just real quickly, just because it's been a long time since I talked to you guys about it. The Cheyenne County has like 2 different relationships with people on the airport. They have one called the airport operator, all right, and that's an annual contract that right now and forever Grace Flying Service has filled, but it doesn't have to be Grace Flying Service. You know, it's an operator agreement that anybody can bid on and do, and it specifies in that agreement all of these things, okay? You know, moving snow, providing Unicom, office hours, a waiting premise, fixing prairie dog holes, fixing runway lights. There's this long laundry list of things that are considered necessary to run the airport, and the county hires an operator once a year to do that. And this operator agreement outlines all that stuff. And I'm going to propose today a slight change in it, which I'm sure you're going to be happy with because it's good for the county. But I just wanted to, there's also on the airport, there's 50-year leases, one of which is with Grace Flying Service. We pay $500 a year, $25,000 over 50 years to lease a little bit of the property to put our office on, and our fuel tanks and things like that. There also exist on the airport 50-year leases, which are usually for no money. They're just free for people that have built hangars, okay? So, and the only reason I'm bringing that, I want to, make sure that everybody understands that there's a difference between these 50-year leases and this airport operator. The airport operator is a 1-year agreement. Anybody can do it. It would be fine with me if somebody else wanted to bid on it. But Grace Flying Service does do it. The 50-year leases are entirely different, and I just, sometimes I think they get mixed up in people's minds, and so I'm just making that differentiation. The other thing I'm going to point out is some of those 50-year leases are now 30 or 35 years old, and so I would like to, at some point, not today and maybe not till this fall, explore adding 10 or 15 years to the Grace Flying Service lease, just for future, because, we still have significant capital expenditure on that ground. We can't own the ground, and I understand that, but as that lease slowly gets, and I think the time to talk about it is now, not when we're 1 year away from the end of it. So that's just something I want to put in the back of your heads, is those 50-year leases on the hangars and for Grace Flying Service are starting to get old enough that maybe it's time to start thinking, let's add 10 or 15 to them, or I don't think you want to add 50, but because I think things have changed, but just that's something to, let's talk about that in the future.
Okay.
The way the operator agreement has worked for a long, long time, and I vaguely remember this, there's a phrase in here that says, the party shall obtain premises liability insurance on the Cheyenne County Municipal Airport, and each shall pay half the premium. And that's what we've been doing. We've been splitting the premium, and then we have named, when Grace Flying Service bought the insurance, we named the county as an additional insured, and when the county buys the insurance, which I didn't know you guys actually had until about a month ago, you name Grace Flying Service as additional insured. And that's a good deal for both of us, and we should do it. However, I was talking to Kelly Fruin, and he said that doesn't really do much. Being named as additional insured only gives you a very slight benefit, so it's not fair for the county to pay 50% of the free premium to get that very slight benefit. We I think, meaning the airport operator and the county, thought that this was a pretty significant benefit, and we thought splitting the premium was a fair deal. But I know, and then I called my insurance agent, the guy that writes this, and he agreed with Kelly. He said it's not that big a deal. So what I'm proposing today is to change this to say that the lessor shall obtain liability insurance which covers the operations specified herein, which makes it a little more specific, and shall designate the operator as additional insured, but nothing about splitting the premium. In other words, from now on, Grace Flying Service will pay the entire premium. You guys won't split it with us, is what I'm proposing, because I don't think it's fair, as it turns out. And so that's what it says. We're going to delete that one little phrase and add what I've typed in at the bottom. And I think it's a good deal for the county, and because I don't think what we're doing now really provides. We all thought that it was providing you a significant advantage by additionally, but according to both of these insurance agents, it doesn't really give you that much. So I don't see why you should be paying half the insurance.
Insurance is such a complicated business anyway.
No kidding. I spent hours on the phone getting to where I'm at right here. The other thing I want to say before I forget, the operator agreement, we deal with the county, Dave Fleming and those guys up there, and they've been very good. And I just want to say that publicly, that they, if we need a mower or snow removal, or if something breaks, they get it to us, they fix it, and I know it's a pain in the butt for them sometimes, and so I just, I want to give them an attaboy that they're doing a good job as far as we're concerned.
Well, thank you, and we'll pass that along.
Okay.
Have you had a chance to have the county attorney look at this?
No, that's a good idea, and that's fine. This should have been done in January, and it sort of fell through the cracks. And then really what should have happened was we should have signed this in January, but this just came up about 2 weeks ago. And so, the rest of the agreement is here, and you guys can have a copy of that if you want it. I don't see any proposed changes to it. But there's no rush on this. We're going to keep being the operator, and I'm pretty sure you're going to agree to this. And so, yes, I'd let the county attorney definitely look at it. Maybe they want to talk to Kelly, too, and maybe change it. That's my phrasing, and so,
That's kind of what I thought.
That would be great. I just think that it's no longer fair for you guys to split the premium, given that it doesn't provide the benefits that we thought it provided. And that's what both Kelly and this Ted Myers, the guy that writes the insurance policy, told me yesterday. So he was out of the office until yesterday, so it's the first time I can talk to him.
That's the only thing you want to change.
Yeah. Over the years, this operator agreement has been changed, I don't know, a half a dozen times. We've said, okay, it used to be, a lot of it was historical, like clear back a long, long time ago, Grace Flying Service had a mower, so it just said in there that we'll provide the mower and you provide the tractor. Well, then our mower broke, and also the airport got bigger. We had a 5-foot mower. We needed a 15 or 20-foot mower. So we changed it to say the county provides the mower. On the snow removal equipment, there's been minor changes, on prairie dog control, on chemical control of the runways. There's just been little tweaks over the years, and I see this as just one more of those tweaks between the this thing works as far as I can see. The airport looks good, the county's happy, and we as Grace Flying Service are happy. The only thing that, if there were to be another operator other than Grace Flying Service, I'm not sure you'll be able to find anybody for this amount of money.
I agree with that.
Yeah, most counties have got $2,000 a month, and so that's going to be tough if Grace Flying Service quits doing it. And that's okay. I'm not complaining, because I like being the operator in the sense that since my business is located on the airport, I can maintain the airport in a way that I think it needs to be made. If somebody else does it and there's some weeds growing, then I'm going to be down here complaining to you guys that, hey, the weeds need mowed, and that's just not going to be a happy thing for anybody. So,
Well,
I don't want to hear you complain either.
but yeah, you don't want to hear it. I don't want to do it.
I think we'll let the county attorney just look at this before we
fine.
go ahead and prove if that's all right with you, Robert. I don't see any problem with it. I agree with you. It's going to be a benefit for the county. You guys are doing a great job up there. I don't see any reason to change anything other than what you've deleted here.
Yeah, and what it does, it just makes it slightly more specific. It says that the insurance will cover the operations of the operator, but you're already doing that because I asked this Ted Myers, the guy that writes the insurance, and he said, yes, they send us a copy of the operator agreement every year. He had the 2016 agreement, which implies and means that they read that agreement, and when they wrote the policy, they attached it to it. So that provision is being taken care of. I'm just making it explicit in this agreement instead of implied.
All right.
All right.
Well, very good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
See you.
You want a 5-minute break?
Yeah, I gotta get some go.
We're going to take a 5-minute break. Be back at 10:55.